Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Everyone, welcome to episode 164 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
So what?
You know my guy on the other end.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
On the other end is... And we are...
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Word. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Dave, what are you laughing at over there?
Bro, your shit was cutting out nasty, and Johnny was trying to line the drums up, and he couldn't hear shit. I know it.
Nah, I know, man. We continue to deal with ambiguity since we're all on different parts of the map here. But and hopefully this works. But anyway, let us continue with this show. How y'all showing up? How y'all doing, man?
Chilling. I'm good. Having a good week, I think. So far, so good.
Or I was going to say, so far, so good. It's early as a bitch. I can't even call it
Facts.
this week yet.
Well,
not till Thursday.
I'm just referring to the week since last recording. Last time we were all together. That week has been good. I had some good times at the lake this past weekend.
Back at the lake.
Yeah, got everything all situated. Did some landscaping and cut the grass and all that. And
grown ass shit.
Grown man shit.
Damn. Don't you feel good after you mow the lawn though? Like on some real shit, after you finish that bitch up, you just have like a beer and you stare at that shit. And you're just like, yep,
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
It's cool.
Yeah. That was something I didn't experience till I bought a house and I had to mow a lawn, and I was literally the only one responsible for it. Like my dad used to cut that shit at the crib. Like that was on him. If our shit looked like shit, bro,
right.
cut the fucking lawn. Now it's on me. The neighbors see that house looking fucking wild. They're like, oh, this fucking scumbag over here can't cut his fucking lawn. That's a lot of pressure, bro. Like that's literally why I would mow my lawn, just so the neighbors wouldn't hate. I didn't want any hate. I didn't want any confrontation.
No, I don't give a fuck about people that much. So
now it's the HOA's problem, son. They come in and they cut our shit now. I don't fuck around with all that.
That's definitely nice in that space. And at the lake, both or most of my neighbors are dirty ass people. So
right.
They don't take care of shit. So I'm the only one with the
nicely
manicured yard. So I only do it for making the wife happy. For the most part,
that's the only thing you need to worry
and then,
about.
it does, like you said, when I do it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that shit looks nice.
That shit looks good, right?
Like, oh, I missed that one blade of grass right there. That's
scissors.
Gonna bother
You go
me.
with the scissors, and you just give it a little snip, and make sure it's Gucci.
I've not yet done that, but that sounds like a interesting dynamic.
I didn't get that crazy, but like I said, it felt good. I missed that.
Yeah. I'm hoping soon enough. Soon enough, I'll get to experience that because the same, man. Growing up, we went from rental to rental, so the landlord was always in charge of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm
in a townhouse now. I don't really have a lawn, so
it's the best.
Not
you
your
don't
problem.
have to worry about it.
Yeah.
No, I ain't got to worry about none of that shit. You know what?
Shoveling, plowing, none of that bullshit.
Mowing the lawn, I look forward to that. I really want to do that.
I did.
Yeah, it's great. What I can't stand.
We're 5 minutes into this episode. I'm gonna clip this and save it for you for your future self.
No, because I was gonna say I would look forward to it, but shoveling. No. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to any of it.
I never wanted any part of shoveling. I never felt good. I was out of shape, out of breath. Wanted to die. Like some of the most scary times in my life have been like post shoveling. Or am I gonna make it through this? Like I'm 20 something years old. Why am I feeling like this?
That's them cigarettes.
For sure it was, dude.
Facts.
100%.
Oh, I'm getting a snowblower. Like I know it. Like the second that I have a house and all that, snowblower is gonna be the biggest investment.
Facts.
I don't want to deal with any of that shit.
I don't care
and
how little snow landed.
Facts, and and you know when I'm balling, I'm gonna get one of them heated driveways, yo.
I was just about to say.
Oh shit!
I was just about to say that's the next move. Is
That's
the
the
heated driveway.
Oh my god! When I found out about that, I've been dreaming about it ever since.
No, when you ball it, you just move somewhere where it don't snow.
Somewhere warm.
That's all you gotta do, dog.
You gotta have somewhere back home.
Too.
What's that?
So you gotta have somewhere back home. You gotta have something here. You know, when you balling, you can have a little house.
But you don't go there when it's cold, son. You just that snow don't matter.
I mean, the holidays, Christmas and shit.
Nah, facts.
Whatever.
I'm gonna miss
that's kinda
snow
true.
at Christmas.
That's kinda
I
true.
feel like
Word.
it's gonna be weird.
Yeah. Also, I realized I need to make a trip to Johnny's cabin. I got to do that.
Yeah, I'm thinking I will probably spend the month of July there.
Damn.
Nice.
I have time still from my paternity leave.
Got to use it up.
Family leave or whatever that I could still use. I've used all the paid time that the state gives you because I get from work I get 12 weeks total that I could take throughout the first year. But you only get paid by the state for 6 of those weeks, and then the other 6 weeks you got to use like vacation or sick time or stuff.
Damn.
I've never taken a single sick day since I started working in corporate, and maybe even before that. So I have mad sick hours lined up, and I still have like a week or 2 of vacation. So I'm pretty sure I could do like 2 weeks of vacation and like 2 weeks of sick time.
Fall off the grid.
So I'm paid throughout that, and then I don't gotta fucking work for the whole month of July. I'm considering it. I gotta still work with my coworkers and make sure everything's covered.
Yeah,
I'm not leaving
sure
shit.
everybody's good.
Yeah, But so far, people that I've talked to about it are like, man, you got to use it before you lose it.
They say that, but they're
Facts.
motherfucking you.
I'm sure
They're
they
like,
are.
yo, this cocksucker thinks he can take a motherfucking month off. Oh yeah, Johnny, no, enjoy it. Have a good time. Take care of your family. This fucking asshole, motherfucker. If any one of my coworkers told me they were gonna take, I don't care if their fucking family died, bro. You're not taking a fucking month off of work. Get the fuck out of here.
Word.
Get your ass
my
back
cousin.
here.
Matter of fact, now you say that, my cousin actually, they had visited me like a month and a half ago or so. They told me that they were going to Japan for 6 weeks, and I was like, yo, how in the motherfuck are you going to Japan for 6 weeks? You both got, well, one of them's got a job. The other one is my actual cousin is, she's a sign language interpreter. So she just like does gigs at whenever she wants type shit.
Does she know Japanese sign language though?
No, she's not working at all.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. That's different.
And her husband,
It sounds like an episode of International House Hunters.
Right.
Yeah, very similar. Like, oh yeah, we're looking for a $400,000 house, and we both make $25,000 a year.
Our budget is $1 billion yen.
Right, exactly. But I mean, so apparently his job is one of those. I don't know if you've heard of these places that now offer unlimited PTO, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
It's the new buzz thing. It's actually my other friend works in HR and was like, that's it always works more in the favor of the company, because even though it's unlimited PTO, most people get afraid of taking time off, and they actually end up taking less time off than if you had granted them 4 or 5 weeks of actual holiday pay.
Facts. I had that at my last job. I had unlimited PTO, and I would be shook whenever I got sick, if I got sick too long, or if I took a bunch of time off, and I would just be like, yo, I'm just gonna get a talking to, like, or something.
Did you get a talking
to? It never came, but
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
They let you govern yourself that way. You're like, oh,
and that's
fuck.
the other thing too is, when it's vacation, that shit is banked up, and if you get let go, they got to pay you out. But if it's unlimited, they don't got to pay you out because it's unlimited.
Wait, what if you had taken off 2 weeks and then they fire your ass? Can you still get paid for those 2 weeks? You think?
I don't know.
No, you still get severance though, because that happened when there was a
but
bunch
you would
of
get
layoffs
severance
and
and your earned vacation days.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Don't say severance. I'm triggered.
Yeah,
I know. We'll talk about that later.
Sad news. But yeah, so anyways, he told me that his job was like, so yeah, you have unlimited PTO, but you can't take 6 weeks in a row off, bro.
So then you need to change the name of that policy then.
He had to clock in. I think they're still there. He's doing, a couple days of work here and there. Just to
not
be
get
on
fired.
the schedule.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm like, fuck that. Not doing that.
The fuck are you doing that shit in Japan though?
Right. That time difference. Yeah, that's
Crazy.
enough to
You're
fuck
working
you
at
up.
night while we working in the morning, right? That'll be 14-hour difference or something like that.
Something crazy, yeah.
Got to time travel to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that I need to get to the cabin though at some point. I need a nice relaxing weekend, no kids. I might talk to you, think about some dates, and then start calling some people. Because this time around, I don't think I'm bringing the kids. Maybe bring Jillian. I don't know. We'll think about it.
Or maybe not. Yeah. We'll see.
Dave,
see how I'm feeling.
Hey, no, I'll throw it out there.
Any ladies. Right? The cabin is not a place for the ladies. That's all I'm saying. That's
maybe even set something up for the with the When Boredom Strikes guys.
Well, I was gonna say for the Shroom Festival.
That too, man. Shit. If I go by myself, I'm good for that. If I go with anyone else, like if I go with my girl.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm not.
She's a nurse though. She could watch you and shit.
No, she's. I want to say she said she's done it before, but
she could be one of those guides that get paid $500 an hour.
That's what I'm
Oregon.
saying. Like that little side gig, bro. You're like, hey, I'll watch you do shrooms and make sure you don't fucking die for $1,000.
That's facts. No, she.
I'd do that.
She's not Jillian isn't opposed to any of that shit. She wants to. She
gets tested
wants
and
to
shit though, right?
smoke and shit like that. No, I don't believe so.
Oh, well then what the fuck?
But still, I think she wants to smoke and stuff because she used to same story as me.
Yeah,
we used to smoke, stopped smoking, whatever. When we first got together, we started smoking together, and it was tight.
Mm-hmm.
But then kids came and shit like that, and she's just worried.
Fucking kids.
About the kids, so that's ruining it for her.
Kids.
I know. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
I need that drop. I say that constantly.
Fuck them kids.
But anyway, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll iron out some details. We'll have some fun, and maybe a couple dates. We'll lock in the books and just get that shit going. But until then, let's get to our first segment.
Question.
Did that drop end? I don't know. It cut off on me. Is it okay? We're good. We're clear. All right, guys. First question: would you rather watch a sex tape with your current significant other and their most recent ex, or eat a pee popsicle?
Like a pee popsicle?
Your current sig, other, and her most recent ex. Do you know your most recent? You know her most recent ex? Did she walk? Is that like a discussion? I feel like everyone has talked about maybe their most recent at some point. It comes up. Do you know this dude?
Yeah,
can he fight? What's up?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about her exes and like the fling that she had prior to me and things like that. We kept it real with each other. Definitely don't want to see that. So
so pee popsicle it is off the bat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
interested.
I'm not interested in seeing my girl getting railed out by other dudes.
Would it turn you on a little bit? Just a little bit, like just watching her
absolutely
get
not.
smashed?
No,
like,
it would.
'cause that's
It would have the opposite effect, dude. Like I would just be like, yo, I'm
angry, just heated.
I don't even know if I'll get heated, but I think I'll just
sad?
be so turned off by it that I like, because we have conversations, we're open about it, we talk and shit like that, but to see that shit going down, like,
sure.
nah, I'm
Sure.
good. Like I don't
trying
need
to
that
get
shit.
not
I
trying
don't
to
need
get
that shit in my fucking mind.
Cucked in the crib.
Nah, I'm good on all that.
All right, no, that's
like
fair. That's totally
like
legit.
I try to put myself in the headspace of these people, right? Of the like these cucks and shit. Like, why the fuck would you like? Why is that something that you like? The only thing that I can think of is like you are that addicted to porn that this is literally a porn in real life.
Right.
That's what I
But
feel.
coming from someone who has a porn addiction, this is not something that I want.
That's fair.
I'd probably be down to watch people fuck if I had no idea who the fuck these people were. Cool. We're in Amsterdam or some shit. There's a
live
fuck
sex
show.
I was gonna say,
Like,
having had seen one, they're not good.
I'm sure they're not. I'm sure they're fucking horrible.
I always imagine it's just stinky.
I'm sure it's all horrible, but
It's never like hot girls.
No. They have other important shit to do. They're not getting railed live, bro.
yeah, they have standards.
Right.
So no, yeah, I'm totally eating a pea popsicle.
Pea popsicle.
Yeah,
Johnny,
no,
is it gonna be a pea popsicle for you too?
Hey, and if you make love to your lady right, you've licked the pea popsicle once or twice yourself. So
they always gotta pee first anyway, so you know it's in there. You get a little tang.
Yeah,
it happens. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yep, just a little tang.
Gotta pay to play.
Popsicle or watch my girl get fucked by her ex.
Do you know her recent ex? Are you picturing this dude? You know what this dude looks like?
She only had one before me.
Oh man.
I've been with my girl for too long, bro.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
I always forget that until I remember.
That's how that works, Dave.
I forget.
I mean, no, I don't want to see my girl get. I can't even say railed because this dude is such a puss. Like I don't think he can rail. Anything.
So it'd be kind of sad to watch, like a little 30 seconds.
Sad for my girl. Like
you'd be like,
wouldn't
girl.
even get
she wouldn't even
no
bust.
satisfaction
If I'm
out
gonna
of that.
watch her get smashed, I need her to bust
She
hard.
gotta
Is that what you're saying right now? You're like, if it was Johnny Sins in there,
I almost said that shit, but nah.
She deserves better, my girl. Even if it's with her ex, she deserves everything. Everything.
I wish you would have had some sort of good experience before me. But
what if that's what you
man.
think? You actually choose that to avoid a pea popsicle, and you find out that she was having way better sex than she ever did with
Crazy.
you.
She's making noises like you've never heard before. She's like, oh my God, where did these come from?
that would be wild.
I would be devastated, bro.
scarred.
I would be like, yo,
devastating.
we're done. We need to call this off. I'm
Yeah, that
gonna
would be
find
devastating.
another lover.
Like that was
it kind of goes in line with like, if you end up in like a threesome, and you bring another chick in or however you like your threesomes, but
Another
that's how
dude
mine
in,
would
sure.
be.
Yeah, I mean, we're not judging here. Whoever,
Exactly, no judgments, but
Absolutely.
personally.
Yeah, no, I get it.
oh man.
And then you watch your girl get pleasured by another woman and she's like, having a better time.
Yeah.
That would feel some kind of way. I would feel some
Wait, what kind of a happy way, right?
I mean, a part of me would be happy that she's
You should be
getting
taking notes
pleasured,
then. If that's
but-
the case, if she's on some other shit with this chick, you needed to see what the fuck's going down in there.
Yeah, that's facts. That's the right way. That's the right approach. Yeah. Just take notes and say, okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a twist there. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I will be handling that moving forward.
There you go. Done. Yeah, I'm gonna have a pee popsicle, guys.
Yeah.
I don't.
Is this the part where we all agree with each
Yeah,
other again?
yeah. Can we find somebody? We were told we should bring in somebody that wants to watch their ex get railed.
Yeah.
And I
Not
don't.
their ex, their current.
They're
railed by
current
their
with
ex.
their ex. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't agree with that. That would just make me sad all around.
I don't, I'm good on all that.
Although
who's
he's
the
kind
guy
of
that does
a
that?
pussy, so I don't know if I would be.
Who's
upset?
not even the guy? Who's the girl that does that? Who's the person that wants to see their current SO get fucked by somebody else, much less like their last ex?
Cucks.
Who likes? I guess yeah, cucks.
Cucker Carlson.
Cucker.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah. Cucks and just there are some people that just get off on that. There are some girls, like I've seen like a bunch of interviews where girls are just like, yeah, I think that's hot. I want my guy to rail some other girl in front of me.
But again, you know, the cuck thing. Yes, I can see that, understand that being a kink, but I feel like when it's with the
Somebody
most recent ex,
special.
like,
nobody wants that. Nobody wants
there's
that.
a connection there.
Yeah.
Like there's more emotion than just straight fucking.
Sure.
Typically.
Do you ever see? I'm sure we've all seen the cuck videos, like where the dude can't handle it, and he breaks down like the real cuck videos, not like the fake. Like there's a little scrawny white guy there while a big black dude is railing some chick out for brazzers. Like legit, real home recorded footage where
I've never seen those.
this dude's
I've seen
chick's
home recorded footage, but I've not seen one where the person recording
he's like
can't handle it.
Yeah, no, he gets and they start fighting and like she stops in the middle and it's this whole fucking thing and it is 100% legit because you can hear it in his voice, bro. He is sad.
I'm gonna have to look for those.
He is sad.
I mean, I've seen ones where they say that that's happening and it ends up like you're like, nah, these are actors.
No. I felt bad for this dude. Like I had to turn it off. I was like, dude, you're bumming me out right now. Like I can't get down to this.
You got soft on there.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just turned into a Lifetime movie.
Right. It really made me sad. I think I actually just closed my computer and I went and did something else for a little bit because it was so sad, bro. I I just felt so bad for him.
Couldn't even go to page 2.
No, I was done.
Nah.
All right, so three P popsicles. That's the consensus.
Absolutely.
Yeah. PPP.
That's fair. All right. Last week we had the best actor question, and if I'm not mistaken, Colin Ferrell took that honor.
Yes.
Well, this week Colin's going to go up against 3 other actors, and we're pretty much going to have ourselves like
than last week's.
We're going to have like a royale, and we're going to just get down to see who the actual fucking best actor is.
Okay.
So obviously we have Colin Ferrell because he's the returning champ from last week. We have Leo DiCaprio. We got Denzel.
Okay.
And we have Pacino.
Oh, you just wanted to bring out heavyweights now.
Yeah, we're swinging now. We need haymakers.
He wanted to make sure Colin Farrell doesn't survive this.
Right.
No, I need to make sure. Yeah, I mean that kind of yes, but he still could. I don't know. You guys were talking him up last week.
I mean, in comparison to the people you brought up, like he seemed out of place.
Okay,
Like,
Laurence Olivier,
Pedro Pascal didn't move on.
Brando. It'll get crazy. It'll get crazy.
Like it would have been like an on par a matchup for someone like Colin Farrell would probably be like Colin Farrell, Matt Damon, Jude Law, and Ewan McGregor or some shit like that. Like these are, I think.
Oh, jeez, that's
like
still 4 people that are exactly the same. I don't know how to rank
that would be a
those.
lot tougher.
Yeah, that would be a little tougher. All right, so
Right,
what is it?
right.
Leo,
But now-
Pacino, and who?
Denzel,
And Denzel.
Colin Farrell.
I feel like Pacino's like he's a GOAT, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But his best years are far behind him.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, where it's like Leo is still killing it out here. Denzel
Leo still, yeah. All
still
three of
killing
them.
it, although he is on the decline, in my opinion. Denzel
Okay.
is not as
So-
big as
so
he
Pacino's
was, but
out,
he's still
Sounds like Denzel's out too, but it's between Colin and Leo. Is that?
nah, because I mean Denzel is still a big draw. I'm just saying but he's on that downward trajectory. Not saying that he's given bad performances. It's just you're not seeing him as much. You're not really seeing anything as of right now. Leo is still very much at the top of his game. I don't know if that's a fair assessment when it comes to this question, because we could rate this as just like performances to date. I think Pacino is still out just because he's had some, because he's well past his prime. He's had some performances where I'm just like, yeah, he's tainted, in my eyes. I'm gonna go with. It looks like you had something to say, Dave. Did you have something to add?
I was just gonna say, if your life depended on it, and you needed one of these fucking actors to deliver the fucking sickest monologue you've ever had or ever heard,
sure.
Who's gonna save your life?
Denzel. I think Leo. It is between Leo and Denzel. I think Colin would also win that, like if my life depended on it, type shit. But I think he can give a dope
Colin
monologue.
Also win.
No, I'm not saying that he's winning. I'm just saying that all three of those would be a better choice than Pacino for sure.
Pacino would just be
Denzel,
wild.
But Denzel, and it could be because I saw the one scene that he did in most recently, is just at the top of my head, where they compared the performance of a specific scene in Fences from both the onstage version and the movie version, and his presence when delivering a dialogue, dude, is just like unmatched, bro. He has the voice, he has this that he can bring the emotion, out of the audience. Leo is a beast, and he can I think he could kill any role, but I think Denzel, with that emotion, I think he would just bring it home in the scenario that you that you brought up. You know what I mean? My life depended on this monologue.
Right.
Denzel, step in and fucking murder that shit. And I think he would.
I feel like you'd be saved.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with
Denzel.
I'm gonna go Leo, just based on the 7 whiskey sour speech from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood there in his trailer when he just lost it on himself. That was that was a hell of a monologue, bro. I know he could pull it off. Whatever it was, he'd crush it without a doubt.
It was, but that specific scene though, I don't even think that was a fucking monologue, because I remember them talking about that scene, and Tarantino specifically told him to wing it. He winged that whole shit like that.
Right?
It wasn't.
It was just him talking. It was one guy. That's a monologue.
Yeah.
One person talking. That's all you need.
I feel you, but
he
I'm just
improv'd
saying,
it. He improv'd it.
Yeah, he improv'd it and all that shit.
That's even more impressive.
He did murder it. But yeah,
he had to make some shit up and he killed it like that. God damn.
Yeah, I feel you. I respect. Like I said, it came down to those two. So.
I get it.
Yeah,
Johnny's the tiebreaker. He's going to go with fucking Pacino or something. I know it. I could just see him fucking scheming in his head.
I mean, it's been too long since I've seen Pacino's good work.
Yeah. Dog Day Afternoon. You haven't seen Dog Day Afternoon in a minute?
I mean,
Attica.
That's it. You're saved.
Early years were really, really strong for him.
Mm-hmm. They were, yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to go Denzel. In either of those scenarios, just straight up against all four.
Body of work and
or
saving
body
your
of work
ass
and monologue. Yeah, I mean, I think
there's no wrong answer.
Denzel
here.
has had some like questionable flicks that he's been a part of, but even in those, he always still has like a good pivotal scene. And if we're going monologues, I think he's had some amazing ones. Most recently, I mean, The Fences was a great example. I'll go even more recent with Macbeth.
Yeah, that's a famous.
And that was a ton of monologues, and he fucking... If it wasn't for him, I don't know that I would have watched that.
I was going to say, I haven't even seen that. I just read about the monologues, bro. I would never watch Macbeth.
I mean, it's not an easy thing to watch.
I believe it.
And, generally speaking, I would say, I respect Shakespeare, both films and plays. Obviously I'd prefer to watch them in person. There's actually a really good, ever find yourself in New York again for fun. There's a great show called I think it's Drunken Shakespeare or Shakespeare Drunk or something like that. But basically they do a different Shakespeare play I don't know if it's every night or every weekend, and they hand out drinks and they drink themselves while they're performing and interact with the audience. It's a very small venue. You're like seated around a thing.
That's dope.
It's so fun.
Could they do that with like psychedelics, like a mushroom play? You do like a new fucking Sondheim.
Maybe in Oregon.
Hey, yeah, if you got $7,000 for someone to babysit you during the play.
Right. But anyways, I had to watch the Macbeth on Apple TV Plus because I mean it was extremely well done. It's short. I mean, Shakespeare plays are pretty short.
Okay.
And Denzel seriously crushed it. Worth a watch. I mean,
that was the only thing that made
Saturday
me consider
afternoon. When you're sitting there wondering what else to put on. I think it was only like an hour and a half, and it was black and white. So shoot me if you don't like black and white flicks.
Oh, not the best,
but it's high contrast black and white. So not, it doesn't feel like an old timey movie. It still feels, very very modern. And Frances McDormand did a pretty dope job as well. But yeah, tons of monologues in there. Denzel crushed his role, made me enjoy it, and made it even so that I could understand what the fuck was going on, because I'd read Macbeth in high school and pretty sure I'd seen something, some sort of short film, or I don't think I'd ever seen Macbeth live. So I wasn't really sure I remembered what the hell it was about or how it all kind of played together, but I liked it. So I'm gonna go Zelly Washington on this one.
All right, like I said, no wrong answers.
There is no wrong answer because
except Pacino.
You brought that. Well, yeah, except for Pacino.
We love you, Al.
But you mentioned Leo and his dialogues. What about Django Unchained when he fucking smashed that glass, pounded on the fucking table?
That's what I'm saying.
The glass, he literally needed stitches for the amount of blood when he split himself open and just kept himself in character. And thought of, let me fucking add this part where I'm just rub the blood in her face, and got her actual disgust, like literal disgust in that scene that made it that much more.
She was probably pissed after that. Now that like when they cut on that scene, she's like, "What the fuck, dude? Like that?
Yeah.
There's blood on my face right now. Like this is a biohazard. Yeah.
That's a super biohazard. How is that not like a violation of like?
It's a Tarantino set.
Rules
it's a Tarantino set.
Yeah, Tarantino. But that was an actual thing when he slammed his hand down. The glass accidentally broke and fucking punctured his hand, and he was just like leaking. And he just took that.
When he had that cigarette holder, he was holding the cigarette holder, and you could just see the fucking blood coming down his shit, bro. Oh,
yep,
yeah. Like I said,
that was all real, but he improv that.
We all live in.
Rubbed it on her face and just made that scene that much more realistic and crazy. So,
only got an Oscar for Revenant. We'll go figure. Not that matters. All right. Last question, fellas. You ready?
Go for it.
Okay. I just wanted a response to that. Thank you. All right. Would you rather only be able to...
Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, whoa.
I had to ask Bard because that just seemed wild that would be allowed.
Yeah. What do you got?
Bard says, in an interview on the Drew Barrymore show, Kerry Washington confirmed that the blood was fake. Leo DiCaprio did not wipe real blood on my face. That was fake blood.
Oh, so they cut and then put the blood, and then they're like, yeah, this is from your real blood. This will be your real... Okay.
I guess.
But still, that doesn't take away from the monologue. I'm still living.
He really did smash his hand on the glass table. The glass did really cut his hand. He did begin to bleed.
Good.
But at some point, they did some sort of change in the blood that was used.
I'm
fake.
glad, because
but
that would be
way,
irresponsible.
Still a great performance.
That would
I was
not be
just
cool.
really thrown off by the irresponsibility of him wiping his blood on Kerry Washington's face. I'm like
great.
Really?
And Leo slept with a lot of chicks. You don't know what the fuck's in there, bro. At some point,
I know. Let's thank God Charlie Sheen doesn't do that kind of improv.
Nah, son. Oh. That's why 2.5 Men got shut down. They're like, nah, we're not fucking around with this no more.
He's way too intense.
I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen.
That's right.
I wish I could.
I remember those days. Tiger blood,
yes. Simpler times, guys. Simpler times.
Simpler times.
All
Pre-COVID.
right.
Good.
Last question.
All right.
Would you rather only be able to sleep with ugly people or vomit every time you orgasm?
I mean, wouldn't it be the same result?
I mean, it depends how ugly and if your eyes are open.
Oh man. Yeah,
He's like, I never banged hot chicks to begin with, so I'll just stick with the ugly chicks, I guess.
You know, facts. No. I'd have to.
So to be fair, it was the question was ugly, but specifically people you find unattractive.
Okay. So people other people might think they're good looking.
Even if you think like, oh, it's ugly, but whatever, like I like it. Nah, you do not find these people attractive at all.
Yeah.
So you're you're specifically repulsed, and you might have a hard time smashing these ugly chicks, but hey, it's better than barfing. Even if you're home jerking off, you don't want to you have to have a barf bucket next to you when you're cranking one out to Pornhub, dude.
Think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Fuck that. I'm gonna smash ugly chicks in different positions where I don't have to see them. I'm gonna close my eyes. And whatever it takes to be able to smash without fucking barfing, because I have like a phobia of vomiting. Like I really do not like it. Like I forget what it's called. It actually has a name, the fear of vomiting. And so I would 100% just bang chicks I found unattractive. Like when it came down to it and I had to bust. All right, it's your turn. Let's do it.
I would have to agree. I don't have a fear of vomiting, but I don't like the experience.
What is it?
Emetophobia.
Yes, that is exactly what I have.
I don't have a fear of it, but I will. I don't like even me now thinking about whenever it was the last time that I fucking vomited. I hate the sensation of vomiting.
When is the last time you vomited? Do you know? Has it been that long?
No, I don't. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Like Seinfeld. Like, remember Seinfeld had the long vomit streak where he didn't vomit, but then he vomited again.
Seinfeld had an amazing memory. Like for that to be something that he just held on to.
He was like, it was like June 8th of like 80 something. And then like 10 years later, he was like barfing on the same day. And he said to George while he was barfing, he's like, oh my God, it's the same, he's the same date that he was barfing on. Like that's how bad I am with barf. Like I 100% know. What about you, John? When's the last time you barfed?
I'm pretty sure the last time I threw up though was due to drinking.
Yeah. Oh no, it's always due to drinking. 100%.
It's just I'm specifically thinking, like, not that this happens every time, but just like the barf that just comes out of your nose and that feeling and that taste.
I don't let it come out of my nose.
That shit. It just. I mean, you don't control that shit. It just fucking happens.
Though, because of the fear. It's the fear.
It's so bad.
This is tough because this means I could never smash my wife again.
Oh, come on, Johnny. Fuck out of here with that shit. We're not talking about
she's not listening.
We all have attractive, significant others. This is not the conversation for that.
Okay.
Trying to win points.
Guess. I mean,
he's like, I know this is going to be a clip, so.
But you gotta.
But I mean, yeah, vomiting sucks.
It really does.
Who wants to vomit every time they bust a nut? You know how many nuts I bust in a day?
That's a lot of barf. Almost as many shits as you take. That's a lot of barf.
Daily. That's no, not anywhere near as many shits as I take in a day, but still. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be. That's fine. I mean, whatever. It's not like I haven't smashed ugly chicks before.
Right.
Not the first time, not the last time.
I guess
you have to be strategic about it too.
I mean, I guess I was like marginally attracted. I don't think I've ever gone into.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever. I don't even. I think I know what that's like, where you're just so repulsed.
Ugly. Why am I doing this?
Right.
I don't think it's ever been that bad.
No. Afterward, maybe the post.
Yeah, that
clarity.
always comes afterward.
Yeah.
It's like, why did I do that?
But never bad enough at the beginning to be like, nah, I shouldn't do this.
Like stinky and hairy.
No one said that it has to be stinky and hairy.
Well,
I mean, if that's what you find unattractive,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be every aspect of it. Just the
every aspect, baby. It's all unattractive. Gross.
She could look like Margot Robbie, but she's fucking smells like a dump, and she has that most unkempt bush you've ever seen. In your life.
I can get past that if she looks like Margot Robbie.
No, it would still be hot if it was Margot Robbie. I know, dude. I know.
I can get past all that shit.
That was a bad scenario. I'm sorry.
Margot Robbie in 1630?
Yes.
You smashing Margot Robbie in 1638?
I'm 100% smashing Margot Robbie because, like, she had to have been the hottest chick in that time. There's no way there was a hotter chick in 1638 than Margot Robbie, dude. No way. She looks like Margot Robbie in The Wolf of Wall Street, but has the hygiene of 1638. 100% smashing. Not even gonna think about it. I don't need any mead or whatever the fuck they drank in 1638. I'm just clapping, bro.
Yeah, babe. I'm tired of telling you this, but why are you shitting in a bucket and tossing it out the window? We have bathrooms.
They didn't even have toothbrushes. There wasn't washcloths. There was nothing. It's going to be smelly. But I don't care.
The teeth are replaced by wood.
No teeth. Margot Robbie, teethless. Keep your mouth shut.
Even better.
Exactly.
Oh, man. You'd have to be real strategic, too, if you decide to throw up. Because, like, if you're not fucking... Like, just trying not to throw up and you stop fucking, you're going to have a nocturnal emission, throw up in your sleep, and you might even die choke on your own vomit.
Like Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, we don't need that.
Nah.
Have you ever thrown up in your sleep?
No.
Yes.
Like on a drunk? up?
I had food poisoning when I was a kid.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I remember, like, I just had, like, these weird flashes of where I thought I was throwing up, but I was definitely asleep, and then I just woke up with fucking barf everywhere, dude. It was gross.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've had the urge.
Lucky you didn't die.
No, I know.
I felt the urge in my sleep to throw up, like on nights that I was drinking, but I always sleep on my side anyway. Mm-hmm. So I remember having those urges, like in my dream, thinking like, oh, I need to throw up, and then waking up, and it's like, I need to throw up.
I'm gonna throw up.
And you would wake up. Those are greatest throwback clips right there.
That's what it reminded me of. That was the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah. I can still see his little face, his eyes watering and shit. I'm gonna throw up.
Like, then do it, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost died in my sleep. Good friend saved my life. It was my 21st birthday. I got wasted and went back to the crib and fell asleep on the floor. And I must have, I also sleep on my side, but I must have passed out on my back. And he said I woke up in the middle of the night, and he pushed me.
Fuck.
And I threw up on the floor, or I threw up on the floor after he pushed me over. And then he reminded me that morning, and continues to remind me every day that he saved my life.
Every day.
With a like he literally
no.
pushed, and I was like, all right, you're fine.
He's like, life, you shall live.
Minimal effort, savior.
Hey, savior
but
nonetheless.
It worked, yeah.
Yeah, I almost non throw up story. I almost accidentally killed my brother one time. It just my brother Steven, he had just I was young, it was like 17, 18, some shit like that. Me had just came from PR, and we were all drinking and shit, bro, and I had to take this dude. He got so wasted he passed out on my boy's bed, right? And now thinking back at it, I'm like, these motherfuckers, like, nobody fucking helped me. I had to drag this motherfucker down the stairs into my dad's car, like, and mind you, this is like pre-workout days, like, like I'd never worked a day out, like lifting literal dead weight, trying to get him into my dad's car. And I finally do this shit. It's like 5, 6 in the morning.
Oof.
I get him into the car. I drive to my dad's house, and I just fucking leave him in the car.
I think I remember you saying that. Now I remember you leaving a dude in the car.
Yeah, and then at some point, like, I woke up, like, I went into the house, laid down on the couch or some shit, and like an hour or two later, my dad wakes up. He's like, "Where's your brother?" I was like, "I left his ass in the car. I had to fucking drag him, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "Yo, what the fuck is hot outside?"
What's the point? Like, he's a toddler in the car by himself.
Right.
I mean, but still, yeah. I mean,
basically,
now thinking back at it, is like he could have easily fucking died.
Man's already dehydrated from drinking.
Crack a window open for the boy?
Nah, he was too winded.
Nah.
He was like,
too
fuck
winded,
that
pissed
guy.
off that nobody fucking helped me, like all that shit.
Yeah.
I just fucking went inside. I was tired.
Facts.
Like we were all drinking, and all of a sudden, like, I'm the one, and not a single fucking house full of motherfuckers chilling, and not a single fucking person helped me get this dude in the car.
Fuck.
I feel like that's not the only time that Steven ended up like so wasted that he needed to be dragged out.
No.
No.
All right, so we good on the questions? That's it? That's all we had? Cool. Let's get into...
You know what it's time for. News clips.
All right, news clips. Let's talk about, I'll be honest, not a lot of shit's been happening in the past week. Not a ton, but You know, how would you like to? I saw this story. Wouldn't like to be this person. First off, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg is. I mean, come on. What do you think about Mark Zuckerberg? Like, he's a
I always thought he was a
weirdo
pussy.
alien chump pussy, right?
Yeah.
So apparently he's gotten into jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he won his first tournament.
Damn.
He won gold and silver. But when I saw the story about that, you know, it's like, whatever, that's kind of cool. I seen this photo and it's like, who wants to be the guy that has Mark Zuckerberg teabagging them in the jiu-jitsu
100%. In his yellow belt, he's got like yellow, green striped belt.
Yeah,
Like, what even
green
level is
striped
that?
belt. I have no idea. But Mark Zuckerberg's balls are on your face, dude.
Bro.
Oh, that's horrible.
And is that dude's stomach looking all fucking weird? And
I think so, yeah.
yeah, see,
Yeah, that is.
that's like being postered in like the NBA. Like when someone dunks on you, like you look like a bitch.
Now, let me ask, is like Mark Zuckerberg actually winning a legit tournament, or is he winning a tournament the same way Steven Seagal wins tournaments?
I don't know. I mean, let's see. This is I'm gonna say he legit won this tournament. I mean, his I don't think it's a tournament full of, you know, schmucks that, you know, like a
I don't think
ringer
he set it
they
up
set it
or
up
anything.
just for
Yeah,
him. Like that would
like
be some
Steven Seagal
bullshit.
would. Oh, 100%. That's what he would do.
Yeah.
Yes, I fully agree.
Breaking necks and shit.
No, it's you know, he got shout outs from Conor McGregor, Bernardo Faria, even Mario Lopez.
Cool.
I don't know. I guess
Mario
Lopez
Lopez
is also
is a fighter,
jiu-jitsu
dude.
guy.
Thanks, AC Slater.
Let's see, Jason Statham, Russell Brand, Tom Hardy.
I mean, when you got money and time, you could put your mind to anything. Go win a fucking
Absolutely.
jiu-jitsu tournament.
Yes.
Go fucking win a decathlon. Whatever the fuck you want to dedicate your time to. Like, if you got the money for it, awesome.
It's the weird thing is this: it's his first tournament, and he won, you know, gold and silver. That seems a little.
What is
I
it
don't know
with
if you
people
go
doing
up to
that, though?
if you go up against them, you're pretty much like, I'm gonna whoop this dude's ass, right? Like, you're not like,
He does look like a bitch, yeah.
I'm gonna let Mark Zuckerberg beat me because maybe he'll hook me up. Nah.
I mean, if I was looking for a job, like if he had me in like some kind of lock, I'd be like, hey, I'll fucking tap out if you give me like $250K a year for some bullshit dev job.
I mean, I guess I could kind of believe he could be that like laser focused and succeed. I don't know. Either way, I don't want Mark Zuckerberg's balls on my face.
I don't want to get teabagged by the dude on the internet, bro. That's not cool. I'd rather
I
watch
just
my
gotta
girl get
fucking-
smashed by her ex than have Zuckerberg's balls on my shit.
That should have been the question.
That's a good question. Maybe next week.
Well, we know your answer now, Dave. He got an upgrade. He just upgraded like Neo in the Matrix. Just I know jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
Right.
that'd be dope. I always thought that was the
That'd be
dopest
real
shit.
dope. If anybody has that
definitely the
technology,
dopest
though,
part.
it's Zuckerberg.
I need to know how to fly a helicopter. All right, you're good. Dope. Let's do this.
Damn, wrong helicopter brand.
Oh, we're crashing.
All right, moving on in news stories here. Probably one of the bigger stories of the week. Yeah, let's just say bigger stories of the week. Who knows what the news cycle is going to bring in beyond today. It's just happened earlier today, but I was shocked. Jury found Donald Trump guilty. Not really guilty in a way. So it's not a
Right.
it's a civil case rather, not a criminal case. But a jury determined that Trump sexually abused and defamed the author, journalist E. Jean Carroll, and gave her $5 million. I'm sure he's going to appeal, but it's a win in a way.
I mean, anything that
fuck
makes
that
Trump
dude.
looks like the biggest cocksucker in the world is the best thing ever, right? Like, even if it's little bullshit like this where it doesn't quite, like, it's not the end of the world, it's not the end of his world, but he still looks like the piece of shit that he is. So I chalk that up to the W column for sure.
100%. It's there's some interesting parts of the trial that I was actually going to talk about before the jury verdict came out earlier today, and it's just, I mean, so for those who don't know what's going on at all, or living under a rock, so Trump has multiple cases against him. Some of them are civil, some of them are criminal. We talked previously about the New York Manhattan case against him for the hush money payment thing, and possible election
defrauding,
money fraud. Yeah, he's got the Georgia case against him for asking for the 11,280 votes to be found. That one he's almost guaranteed to get some sort of trouble for.
Yeah.
He's got the Mar-a-Lago case with the documents that he took after being president. That's 3 cases. And now he has this case with the rape accusation and the defamation case. So it's both an accusation of rape and defamation case. The only reason the accusation of rape thing stuck around is because New York passed a law that allows people, past the typical statute of limitations, to be able to still file civil cases against people that they claim sexually assaulted or raped them in a previous year. And so that case came out, and there was a couple interesting parts from it that, so he's claiming that he was silenced. They didn't let him talk.
Because he never opens his fat fucking mouth.
Because he never opens his fat fucking mouth. Although the judge did give him extra time to take the stand if he wanted to, but of course his lawyers would not let him take the stand.
Stupid bitch.
Because he was already deposed and made a fool of himself.
Of course. What else can he do? That's all he knows how to do. Like, I couldn't even imagine.
I've got two clips here that I thought are great. One of them is when, so both of them are from his deposition. And one of them is when they ask him about the Access Hollywood tapes. Because if you recall, back in 2016 when those Access Hollywood tapes came out, he was talking to Billy Bush about all the things that you're allowed to do when you're a star. And so, they brought that up to see how it pertains to this case. And here's how he responded. Quite interesting.
In this video, I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the you can do anything. That's what you said, correct?
Well, historically, that's true with stars.
It's true with stars that they can grab women by the
Well, that's what it's. If you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
And you consider yourself to be a star?
I think you can say that, yeah.
So my man said,
doubles down.
First off, if you look at the last million years of stars, okay, let's put that to the side. Yes, the last million years of stars. Stars, yeah, if you just look at that, they've been able to do whatever the hell they want. And then he said, unfortunately or fortunately, Like,
who is this fortunate for?
yeah,
That's my question, right? That's the $1 million question that it begs.
$1 million question.
Fortunate
At
for the
what
star.
point
Unfortunate for the victim.
Or fortunately, if you're a Trump.
Or fortunate. Yeah.
Neither
Or
part makes him.
You're fortunate
seem like
if I
a
touch
credible
you in any way.
Right.
Yeah, he's a fucking. We see it. We've always seen it. You can look at it as a W if you want, but in my opinion, bro, he has so many fucking people that just ignore everything that he like. All of this, they chalk it up like it almost makes his star just bigger for them.
But now the GOP is even distancing themselves. I forget who it was. I saw multiple quotes of people that were just like, they said that if he ran again, it would be disrespectful to the Republican voters. Like, this is really bad for him. I know he seemed bulletproof, like during his presidency, like everything would roll off, and it did for the most part. But this is really not good. And to see the GOP actually being like, yeah, no, fuck this dude is relieving almost. Like, oh my God, they do have a little brains on that side. Like, they're not totally fucking brainwashed and stupid. Like,
some, yeah, for sure.
There's hints of it. They give us little flashes every now and then where it's like, oh, okay, maybe they're not all brain dead over here.
I guess I wasn't referring to like the GOP and the people, you know.
Oh, your average redneck in Tennessee, they're like,
all,
oh,
sure.
he's full of, they're taking him down. He's our president.
And regardless of
100%.
whether they back him up.
9/11 was a conspiracy and Sandy Hook was a hoax.
QAnon, all that. Yeah, that all tracks.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, because if he runs again, I'm just scared
I really don't see him running again, honestly.
I mean, he is. I just don't know.
Yeah, no. I mean, he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna get the nom.
We'll see. It'll be interesting. Continuing on with the case, a couple of other awesome things from the deposition. They brought up a different person that was also gave testimony. Jessica Leeds. She was another person that claimed that he groped her on an airplane. And of course, his quote response was, that would not be, she wouldn't be my first choice to go after. Like, that's his quote. She wouldn't be my first choice to go after. And then unprompted says about the lawyer asking him the questions, you wouldn't be a choice of mine either, to be honest with you. I hope you're not insulted. I wouldn't in any circumstances have any interest in you. Like, my man can't control himself.
Right. It's
even
a sickness.
A little bit to protect himself from being, damaged.
To lack that self-preservation is insane to me. I really don't. I can't comprehend it. I don't understand.
Yes.
I would be a fucking choir boy if I were him. If that were me on trial, bro, I'm saying whatever you want to hear. I'm perfect.
That attitude has got him everywhere that he currently is in. Like, it got him every fucking deal. He's just doubling down on this is how I'm going. And yeah, hopefully that does
it will bury
in the
him.
Future. It will reign true. It got him exactly where he is. I just hope that that's in prison or some shit.
He'll never see a prison.
He'll never.
As long as he doesn't see the White House, I'll take that as a fucking win.
I'll take that as a win too. I'm just saying, like, we have yet to see, until he's 6 feet under and he passes away. We have yet to see the end of his exploits. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He's still. He can still incriminate himself pretty fucking badly.
Be a dipshit all you want. Just don't do it in the White House. I don't give a fuck what he does, what he says, whose pussy he grabs. Just stay the fuck out of the White House, bro.
Okay.
And keep away from those pussies. Maybe don't go grab any of those.
Maybe don't go near the pussy.
Maybe let's not.
Just
not
Melania.
Let's not give him free rein.
His wife's pussy.
No, that's the last pussy he would take. He would touch.
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
I would smash.
I don't
her.
think she.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I would.
I didn't say she was bad looking.
Smash.
I don't think.
I didn't say she was bad looking.
No,
he's not smashing.
He hasn't smashed in years, bro. That's why she's aching for it.
Right.
If I could just get in there and be like,
oh, please,
hey,
she's fucking somebody. It's just
I was
not
just
him.
gonna say I'm sure
so the
she's
Secret
got a
Service.
lineup.
She's got some Secret Service agents that she smashes on the
Facts.
rag, son.
Facts. She's got some pool boys lined up.
She bad. She bad.
So one of my favorite parts about this deposition is really this. So the whole defamation case really is based on him saying that this chick was too ugly for him to rape. Right?
That's my favorite
basically
defense.
his defense is
Like, come
that
on,
I would never go after her.
You think
Like,
I would
come
hit
on,
that?
she's not my type.
Right.
Is what he's been saying for years. And so this is why this is my favorite part is at one point they show him a photo from the 80s trying to establish the fact that he knew this woman. But they show him this photo. He's seen the photo before. And they ask him who's in the photo. And I'm just going to play what happened here.
And do you recall when you first saw this photo?
At some point during the process, I saw it. That's, I guess, her husband, John Johnson, who was an anchor for ABC. Nice guy, I thought. I mean, I don't know him, but I thought he was pretty good at what he did. I don't even know who the woman. Let's see. I don't know who. It's Marla.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla. Yeah, that's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to? No.
Here. Oh, is that?
The person you just pointed to was
I
Jean
see.
Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
Okay, I don't know if you caught that
The woman
there.
on the right is your
So
wife.
I don't know.
Ivana?
This
the
was
photo
I
is
assume that's John
of
Johnson. Is that
his
Carol? 'Cause it's
ex-wife,
very blurry.
Ivana Trump,
Now, in your June 21
who he thinks is his other ex-wife, Marla Maples, and this guy, Jack Johnson. And it's actually Ivana Johnson and this chick, Carol, who he says is not his type. He would never go after. But he confused her with his ex-wife. So maybe it is your type.
Maybe it is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's not smart.
He's
Never
not.
has been.
He's like, what do you want? He's not a smart guy.
He's not a smart man.
I'm not
like,
a smart man.
Not at all.
I think that's what most people find appealing is the fact that he is not smart, and neither are these fucking people that back him up because he thinks like me.
Right. We can be smart like Trump. Vote for
Yeah.
Trump.
This man is the smartest man I've ever met because he sounds just like me when he talks.
sounds just like me. Cletus?
Cletus.
Oh, that's the worst, man. Jeez.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah. He's so stupid.
he's, liable.
I'll give him-
That's what they called. Not guilty. He's liable.
I think I will say this. He's entertaining. He definitely is. His stupidity is fucking entertaining. We don't feel it now because we're still feeling the pain from him being in office and all of that shit, having to deal with those 4 years and all the
this
shit
is still
that came with it.
entertaining me. This is still. I feel like this is more entertaining because of those 4 years.
Correct, yeah, and like how we all hated fucking Bush in the early 2000s, right? Like we couldn't stand the man, and now you look back and we're like, yo, he was actually pretty fucking funny. Like that was, he was pretty fucking funny, and I'd give anything to go back to that.
Yeah, just where he was like stupid within his own bubble. Like it wasn't this thing that like affected the country or I mean, it did obviously affect different parts of the world because he was. But you know what I'm saying? Like he did fucked up shit. He was not an amazing president, but in comparison to that dipshit that we had, like he conducted himself like a president in public.
Right.
I will give him that. I will always give him that. He didn't make good decisions. He still was an asshole at times. But he was better than Trump, bro. Like, I would bring Bush back for a fucking another term, bro. And if it were between that or Trump, bring all the Bushes.
Bring him back.
I'll grow a bush. I don't even care. Just no fucking Trump.
He was like Mr. Bean, right? Like, you knew he was a fucking idiot, but you're still watching.
Right. He's not harmful to us necessarily. Maybe other countries and that sort of thing.
And in some cases you'd watch him and how he responds, and it's just like childlike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's very just childlike. Like, oh, like, you ain't got to do that to that man.
Right.
Like, look at him. He's hurting right now.
Remember, That's My Bush and Lil Bush?
Yeah. I can't believe they got away with that shit.
Bro, those were so funny.
Yeah.
That's My Bush. That was Trey Parker,
Good
I think,
times.
and Matt Stone.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Nice. That's why it was so fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, I think, was it Jimmy Kimmel that he did the, what was it? The
great moments in presidential history or something
yes,
like that.
Great moments in in U.S. history and presidential history or whatever. And it would start off with like something epic that a president said, and then quote a quote directly from Bush.
It was very often the drew me what was it damn, I can't remember the
fool me once, shame on me.
Fool me once, shame
twice.
on me. Fool me twice.
You're not gonna fool me again.
Fool me, you can't get fooled again. Like what? Yeah, but our current president doesn't have any better quotes. I love those. It's just like I remember anytime I'm down, I remember what Biden said, and he's just fucking mumbling and shit.
Right.
We are fucked. Let me just end that in that sense. Like it just feels like we are really between a rock and a hard fucking place, dude. Like this country is
a
going
giant
to
douche
shit.
and a turd sandwich.
Bro, it just feels like everything is going to shit, and we are so used to everything going like it's the joke, but it has nothing has ever resonated more with me than the fact that we've been like our generation has just been dealing with bullshit after bullshit after bullshit that we're just like, yeah, like we're just waiting for the next thing. Like, fuck it. We're just going to get through this one now. And we're just in a constant state of this is fucked, but I'm just going to hope that we get past this quickly.
When has it not been
I was going to say,
though?
I feel it's always been
it's
like
always
that. We only think about this like this now because we're adults
I know.
and we see that through the adult lens. When we were kids, shit was still fucked. We just didn't
Everything
give a
was
fuck,
always-
really.
didn't care.
Like, it didn't really affect us.
I don't know, the 80s.
The 80s were fucked, dude.
80s were more
I'm
fucked,
sure.
bro.
I'm
AIDS
sure, yeah.
alone.
Yeah, I mean,
AIDS, the freaking
all kind of drugs.
the recession, like the economy was shit during
Crack,
the 80s.
Crack was coming up.
Crack cocaine was huge.
When was the economy ever like in a good state?
The late 90s.
Let's say Clinton.
Okay.
Clinton administration.
Yeah, that's the only time it was in a good state, and so then they had to, do the whole Monica Lewinsky thing. There was also like the Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down.
There was Bosnia. So there's always just some bullshit happening. It's just whether or not you care, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
And now we're
yeah.
hyper
I've
aware.
always been the one that tried not to care, and now it's just so in your fucking face you can't help but notice things. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, last story here. Another kind of big trial case that happened this week was Ed Sheeran versus Marvin Gaye. I don't know if y'all heard about this.
Yeah, the gays.
The what?
What?
Ed Sheeran versus the gays.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. The
Is
gay
that the
fandom.
legal? Is that the legal term for the gays? The gay.
GAYES, guys.
Ah, the gays. I gotcha.
The
gays.
gays.
Yes, Marvin Gaye's estate.
Yes, the Marvin Gaye
Ah,
estate.
the gays estate.
So they were suing Ed Sheeran over his song "Thinking Out Loud," saying that it basically copied Marvin Gaye's very popular "Let's Get It On," and he won. So Ed Sheeran won, apparently because there are 101 other songs that have the same exact chord sequence.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you ever heard them compared to each other.
I've not.
And it's not the whole song. So are you familiar with "Thinking Out Loud" from Ed Sheeran?
Yeah.
It's one of his earlier hits, probably one of his first hits. And it's only the verse that matches. But I did catch, so I don't know if you've ever seen the YouTuber by the name of Rick Beto. He's a music producer, and he does a lot of these YouTube videos where he does music comparisons, especially when folks are doing,
Lawsuits
involved
and
in
stuff.
lawsuits and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And so he compared these two, and when you listen to this, you're like, Jesus Christ, it's got to be like there's a case here, right?
Yeah.
So check this out real quick.
Now, 4 years ago, when it first came up, I made a video about it, and I did a comparison of the verse of the songs, which are similar. Let me play that for you.
Baby, my
Trying to hold back this feeling for so long.
heart could still fall as hard at 23.
And if you feel like I feel, baby,
And I'm thinking about how
then come on. Oh, come on. Woo. Let's get it.
Okay,
All right, so yeah, basically he slowed the Marvin Gaye song down so it would match the same tempo as the Ed Sheeran song, and it sounds like it's the same exact fucking.
It is close for sure.
Yeah.
very
it's
very.
it's a very close tempo. And I believe he Ed Sheeran won that, right?
Yeah.
Because he didn't actually copy anything. It was just like pretty much the whole lawsuit was like, hey, this sounds like this song. And let me tell you, one thing I do want to clear up too, it wasn't Marvin Gaye's estate that sued Ed Sheeran. So it was the estate of Ed Townsend, who was a co-writer
Yes.
of Let's Get It On. Whereas, like, I think the Marvin Gaye estate, they are known for, if you stole our shit, we are coming after you, because they don't allow, they don't give anyone permission to sample his music or anything like that. They do not play. For one example is that Robin Thicke song.
Oh yeah, that they went after him for.
Yeah, they went after
lines.
him and they won that shit. They won that shit.
And they won. Yeah, that was a lot. I think a lot closer.
It was a lot closer. That was
Yeah.
that was a lot closer. But then again, you talk about, like, a lot of people are influenced by other fucking artists.
Yes.
In
And
multiple
it's
mediums too. It's not.
it's a very slippery slope. Now that's why Ed Sheeran came out and said, "Yo, if I lose this, I'm quitting music."
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up because it's true. Like, it was literally four chords in a 4-chord progression. It's just the boom, 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 and it's just that part, right? And then Ed Sheeran's song goes to a whole different place after that. And the Marvin Gaye song pretty much stays on that same progression for the whole song. But again, there's like hundreds of songs that have used that same those same 4 chords to, you know, get to some place. I mean, there's only so many chords on the musical chart.
Right.
And that's why I don't blame him for saying that. It's like, yo, if you could literally sue me for this, that opens up the floodgates.
I think
for
he's made
anyone.
enough money.
Right. Yeah. If you have enough money to do it, but still.
No, I'm saying I think he's made enough. Like he could just retire and
Oh, well, yeah.
music
That,
if he really wanted
for sure.
to.
For sure. But if he would have lost that, he probably would have owed back royalties for that song. And that's his biggest song.
That song came out in like 2013, maybe.
Right. And that's like the
so
song
many years of.
That song is his most popular song.
Put him on.
Yeah, it put him on, and it's his most popular song. So to pay back royalties and pay, like, he would have lost a lot of that money. But I think it was more it was more because anyone can sue you. Like it could be a songwriter of a song that you've never fucking heard of. And now, yes, it sounded similar by chance because of the same thing, same chord progression and whatnot. And now everyone's coming out to fucking sue for this, you know, just because it sounds like that fucking, like, come on.
It's not his
Either
first
they copied
lawsuit,
it or they
right?
didn't. I don't think so.
I feel like he's been sued, you know, like a couple years ago, he won another lawsuit for a similar thing where they were claiming that he stole their songs or their melody or something. And it's just like, yo, how many lawsuits does my man have to fight?
Well, he won that one, so kudos to him. I like Ed Sheeran. He seems like a cool ass dude too.
Yeah, he got sued for Shape of You.
Shape of You, yeah. By who? Who did he? Was it just like a random?
Sammy Switch. He was accused of copying parts of OY by Sammy Switch.
Fuck is Sammy Switch?
Did your breakdown dude break that shit down?
I'm sure he did.
Maybe next week. Maybe next week.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Good thing he won because I think
those are tough.
I think when they lose these types of cases, that like puts a battery pack on people to just sue for, like, people are sue happy nowadays anyway, especially when it comes to celebrities and people with money. They're just looking to fucking for any little excuse to sue and hopefully win.
Anytime you have a precedent in the court like that, there's going to be repercussions that are going to follow for sure.
Sure. Anyway, is that all you had, Johnny?
That is it.
Shit.
I just felt the Ed Sheeran lawsuit was a little bit more important than that Trump one.
Facts.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you one thing too. I forgot to mention it earlier. I tried to bring it up. I completely forgot. You know what's one thing that's better than what the fuck is his robotic name from Facebook?
Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah. What's better than Mark Zuckerberg winning any kind of championship? Fucking Bad Bunny totally killing it on WWE, son.
I did see that.
He's looking jacked right now, yo.
I did see a clip where I was like, wow, he looks kind of more muscular than I remember.
Yeah, I mean he's buffing up for that role and Muerto or whatever.
Well, the role that they still haven't even started pre-production on.
yeah, but still,
I wouldn't get my hopes up for it.
I wouldn't either, but I'm sure he started some shit to get himself in shape for that, and
his fight scene in Bullet Train. He had a pretty badass fight scene in Bullet Train too that I'm sure he had to do at least a little prep for something.
I saw a quick interview with Mark Henry from WWE and a WWE OG.
Yeah,
he said he said Bad Bunny is the best celebrity wrestler that they've had on the WWE, and he laid out a bunch of reasons why he felt that way. mainly because they jump around, they do a few things. He was like, yo, my man was what we call in the deep waters. Like it was like half an hour, 40 minutes in, and he was just dominating. He wasn't giving up. He was just giving it his all. He's like, yo, he's hands down best celebrity wrestler that I've ever seen in that business.
I can believe that. I mean, I don't know that there's many celebrity wrestlers that
actually go that hard.
Well, that even were that into wrestling. Like he's a huge wrestling fan.
Sure.
And so, yeah, when you now have become one of the most famous people in the world and you get the opportunity to not just be involved in the WWE, but then also like host multiple events in your home country, have like the freaking WWE like event and a ton of around it be like in Spanish and stuff, you know what I mean? There's just so much more that he brings, and his commitment to the role is, I mean, like that's something that he's probably been dreaming of as a kid. There's not, I don't think there's been that many of the celebrities that have made their way onto WWE. Like Donald Trump. I don't know that they care that much about wrestling.
As long as Bad Bunny doesn't have to start cutting English promos, he should be good.
Right.
Facts.
Right. Yeah. I really love that one promo when he was in PR. And he was like, oh, fuck. He was trying to talk in English, and he said, man, fuck that. We're home.
Yeah. The one that Dave sent.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Ironically.
No, it was me. It was I think I
was
sent
that?
it. Yeah. I think I sent that. Because when he said in Spanish, since Dave doesn't understand Spanish, when he was like, yo, like I respect you as a wrestler, but you know what? You're a cocksucker. But he said it in Spanish. But the fact that they don't bleep that out in WWE.
Nobody knows.
It was so great. I thought that was dope. And then he had the whole crowd chanting, cocksucker, cocksucker.
Yeah. And you look at it and you see like Triple H like, what did he say?
Yeah, like what the fuck is this?
What did he call me?
De verdad tú eres un huele bicho.
Damn.
Oh, it was great. Loved it. All right. Had to bring that up at least once. All right. Y'all ready to get into some HOLLYWOO? HOLLYWOO. All right. We reported on it last week, but now it's time to see the repercussions coming from the writer's strike. I see y'all catching up. Cool. Yes. Okay. So a bunch of shows and movies.
I was gonna let it ride just for the hell of it.
By the writer's strike.
Let it ride, Bray. We were gonna be good.
A lot of TV shows and movies have been affected by the recent writer's strike, and we talked a little bit about what we thought that meant at the time. But now it's really starting to hit really close to home for us.
Too close,
here, right?
Too close. Still support the writers. Don't get me wrong.
No.
But it hurts my butt.
For sure.
It hurts my butt a little more than I thought it was gonna. I'm very butthurt by all of this.
Facts, and and he usually puts things in his ass, so it would take a lot to.
So I'm hurting then.
Right. Facts. So one of the shows affected is Stranger Things. I'm a fan of Stranger Things. I've been looking forward to this final season. And these fucking kids are getting older and older. Just let us get this fucking season out so that we can put it all behind us. Another one that fucking hurts because filming was supposed to start next month in Atlanta, but that is Blade, bro.
I don't get fucking.
Yeah, Marvel's
Mahershala.
It's not necessarily that I don't give a fuck. It's just like it's been hitting issues upon
roadblock after roadblock.
Yeah. Did it start with the Duffers basically saying were standing in solidarity.
That
with
seemed
with
like
the
it was a
writers? Were they
chain
the first
reaction.
ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that was the first one I heard of them doing that, where they had the scripts, everything was written, but they're like, hey, we usually have a writer on set when we're filming. So without that writer, we're not going to film the stuff that's already written and ready to be produced.
Yeah. They probably change a lot of things on the fly.
And that's what he said.
They
do.
Jenna Ortega on staff that they could just, punch up the lines right on.
Shit.
Right on set.
Jenna Ortega. What did she say? What was that exact thing? Because I remember hearing a whole.
From what I recall, I believe
she
said that on Wednesday there were times where the character just didn't match anything that she felt the character, or the lines didn't match what the character was building, and so she would just change the lines on set and just say what she wanted to, or would sit down with the writers and tell them, on set what she thought was wrong, and they would be like, really? And she would be like, no, yeah, this is how the character would actually say it. And so, if it wasn't for her,
right,
there would, the rewrites wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, seriously.
And without those rewrites, it wouldn't have possibly been a good show.
So Wednesday's all set. They're not worrying about writers on set because
No,
they have Jenna
Wednesday
Ortega.
Season 2, they got Jenna. They're good.
Understood. I get it. No, she's great. She's great.
X2, is she in that? I don't know. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. You said that there was a sequel coming to X, but I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, no. Yes, I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it was called though. But I forgot Jenna Ortega.
I use my new
I've never
fancy
seen
schmancy app to look it up.
Yeah, I mean, the writer's strike is necessary. I heard something else. I was listening to a podcast where they were saying that, writers were saying that they pretty much make like $1 a word or some shit on these, which is not a fucking lot of money, dude.
No.
Like it's not. They don't get any of the royalties. They don't get nothing. Like I read another article that said one of the writers of was it the Bear, that as they were going to receive these awards, they were going to the award shows with a negative fucking bank account.
I believe
really?
So yeah, so there's a lot
rough.
of stuff that has to be worked on there.
I can't imagine they're striking just because they're bored. Like it has to be fucked, right?
Yeah. They need to make more money, and people need to.
Yeah, I mean that's the backbone of everything that we love.
Yeah.
Obviously, the major things that we already knew. Saturday Night Live cut off. There was, I guess it stopped immediately as Pete Davidson was set to reappear as a host this time around. Late night talk shows, everything is on halt right now. And Severance. Like we talked about, Severance is currently on pause, and we're really mad about that one.
Yeah, I think that one hurts. I think the most so far. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be more to come. We're going to get some more bad news, but yeah, that one hurt because we thought there was, issues before the strike with the co-producers or the showrunners beefing. There was some weird shit going on, and and then. Ben Stiller came out and he tweeted, hey, this is, normal shit. Everything's good. We're on track. And then boom, Duffer Brothers drop their shit. And they're like, you know what? We also feel the same. So we will not be doing anything at all. Fuck you, Dave, is what they said.
And I feel like it's giving them a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Because with Severance specifically, like we already knew that there was a little bit of drama and some trouble, so I think they're just like, you know what? Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's just pause.
We usually have a writer on set too, so we should probably do the same.
Yeah,
sucks.
Well, yeah, it sucks. Let's see. fucking in other news right now, one of the things we mentioned it earlier, The Flash is a movie that we're all looking forward to. A production designer came out and had some very particular words in regards to about the release, right? And I think it's like, I think there was a little misleading in my opinion, but they came out and said that Ezra Miller's performance is so good in the movie that people are going to forget about the legal issues.
Wow.
I did see that.
That's
I do remember
pretty
reading
strong
that.
words. I don't think anyone's going to forget about those legal issues. I don't think anyone.
Michael Shannon did an interview. I don't remember who it was with. You know, he came back to play Zod in The Flash.
Yeah.
He was defending Ezra as well.
Really?
Not necessarily defending his actions, but, you know, just sort of saying, hey, you know, whether you fucked up or not, whenever that's in the public like that and you're being scrutinized, he's like, I feel for that person. He's like, Ezra was a good dude when I was working with him. He knows his shit. Like, you know, saying all the right shit and while not being like it's okay with, you know, whatever he had done. But, you know, he basically was like, yeah, no, I feel bad. Dude crushed it in this movie. And I mean, you know, Michael Shannon doesn't have any reason to bullshit or lie. Like, I feel like he's a dude that will shoot you straight regardless. So I'm not happy to hear that, you know, that he was, but like, I feel like that's a good sign where he's like, hey, he's, you know, he was in the public eye. We all have our troubles. We all fuck up, that sort of thing. I feel bad for him. Let him get his shit together. But the dude fucked in this movie. Like, he brought it, basically, is what Shannon said.
That's wild. My one of my coworkers actually, he used to, up until like 2 weeks ago, used to live in Brooklyn, and said that Michael Shannon lived like on his block, and he's a very imposing dude. Like,
I'm terrified of that guy. Are you
guy.
kidding
Yeah.
me? I would never approach him.
No, so
Nothing,
if he says
bro.
some shit, I'm believing it. Yes,
100%.
you got it. You 100% right, Michael Shannon. You got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, you're right. Everything leads me to believe that Michael Shannon would snap and kill me in a heartbeat without even thinking twice about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah.
He's fucking.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Nah, dude. But he's still the man at the same time. I know that sounds weird, but I'm terrified of him. But I fucking love that dude.
Yeah. And a lot of people are on the fence about him playing Zod again too, and you know the whole Henry Cavill.
It's too late.
comes
He's
around.
already
Yeah,
Zod.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But I thought that those were some pretty choice words to say. People aren't gonna just forget about Ezra Miller. I don't think no one,
nor the people that
the higher ups
affected and
I don't think the higher ups
it.
are just gonna continue making Flash movies with Ezra. I think they already have a plan and set to get him the fuck out of there.
I honestly, everything I've been reading, dude, I feel like he's gonna be there.
Yeah,
this is just me spitballing, just based on people like he's getting help, he's getting treatment, he's doing everything he needs to. He's been saying what he needs to say, like. Unless he does something else from here, like if he fucks up again, hey, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do, bro. But like, if he can get his shit together from where he was, all that shit in Hawaii, let the Flash come out, let it kill like people say it's gonna kill, and I think he's in. Honestly, I don't think this is gonna be the last we saw of Ezra Miller, and I'm changing my tune. I feel like there was certain times when we talked about shit that Ezra was doing, that he was getting into, where we're like, bro, you're what the fuck. Yeah. But I don't know. That I feel like I don't know if I've come around. If it's Michael Shannon getting in my head, he's a scary dude. I'm just I don't know, man. But I don't feel like this is the last we're gonna see of Ezra.
It's just a weird ass fucking time. Like people, right now, people are at least a lot of people. They won't let you fucking forget about it because
of course
what you did at this point in time, which. I mean, the assaulting people, you know, at the karaoke bar and stuff like that. Like, those are the ones where I'm just like, yeah, that was fucked, but you can get past it. But the whole grooming thing,
it's a shitty song. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, like the whole grooming thing, and just like other like certain ones was just kind of stand out.
Was he convicted on the grooming chart? Like, is that all?
I don't know that there was a charge.
There was no. Okay, so there was no charges. There was no nothing. not brushing it off, just saying like how it looks. You know, if you have charges and you were convicted, that's one thing. If it's they said this, they said that, I feel like you can get around that.
You really are justifying this whole thing.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, that's
we'll
all
see.
right.
We'll see how we all feel after The Flash.
Hey, man, that's okay. It's okay if he's touching people's private parts as long as they didn't prove that he did.
Hey, he wasn't convicted. He didn't do shit.
I know. I'm just fucking around. I gotta fuck with you, bro, because you're riding for him real hard. But anyway, all right. So
you saw those Flash trailers, right?
I did.
Okay.
No,
Multiple
don't get me
times.
wrong. Like, I'm gonna watch The Flash. I think it looks great. Do I want to see Ezra Miller continue
does that make grooming
forward?
acceptable? No, of course not.
No.
Is the Flash gonna fuck? Yes, it is.
Absolutely. My point is like, we can get past this movie, right? Like, we'll get there. We have this movie. We have this great experience. We have a good time. Great. Okay. But like, moving forward, we're going to continue to just like keep this guy, keep this guy rich and just keep bringing him more and more movies. Is like, I think we could have gotten past it and just like let this movie release, but then just dead it. Like, it needs to end the situation.
I mean,
if he brings it, like they're saying he's bringing it.
I don't give a fuck about if he brings it. If he has, amended and pays his dues, right? Like, he learns from his mistakes. He stops doing the things that he's done.
People can change.
He pays his retributions or whatnot to the folks that he wronged.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with him still being a person that gets,
I was looking
everyone
forward
deserves
to maybe not seeing Ezra Miller as the Flash after this. I don't give a fuck how good.
I mean, I don't think
he's been the best Flash.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Like, I think the Flash. I don't think the Flash is gonna be a part of DCU moving forward.
I don't know though. The way that they're making it seem, like,
I don't think so. I don't think that's what. I think this is gonna be a full relaunch. But I don't think the Flash is a part of the Gods and Monsters vision that James Gunn is building.
Oh, okay. Although if anybody was going to give him a second chance, I feel like it would be James Gunn.
Well, I mean, the king of second chances.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
you're right,
it's
about
all
that.
lining up.
And as far as him being, he's probably not going to be a part of that. At least nothing directly, but he's definitely going to be in another quote unquote phase, because they said that this movie is directly correlated with the refresh. Like, this movie is going to reset the DCEU, so there are going to be
but I don't
elements
think that
in this
necessarily
movie.
means he needs to be a part of it. Like,
well, I don't know.
It needs to be a part of it.
It implies that there are elements in here that will remain.
What
Does
do you
it
mean
not?
will remain?
Like
If
Michael
this is
Keaton,
like
Michael Keaton
so if
could
he
stay.
so if he comes out, right, if the movie would have been released and they just drop it and they go, this is a great ending to that saga. Hold on one second. It's just like, this is a great ending to that saga. But the fact that they point out that this particular movie is the point where it refreshes the DCEU to move into that new version that like, they didn't say it with Blue Beetle, they didn't say it with the other movies that were already in production prior to him jumping in. This one particularly has to do with the DC, which to me implies that he is like, that there is something in this story arc that will remain, and that's
not what the implication I get from it.
Please explain.
So for me, we know what this story is. The Flash goes back in time to save his mom, creates a multiversal effect, ends up in a whole different universe.
Sure.
They do a whole bunch of multiversal shit, and now we have a shattered multiverse. And so that, I feel, is what they're saying allows them to now start this completely different story arc with a whole different Superman and a whole different, set of characters that are, as we know them, still part of DCU, but they're not part of the DC extended universe that we had previously. The Flash himself doesn't necessarily need to be involved in any movie moving forward, but the actions that took place in this Flash movie allow them to create more movies that are, tangentially, they could always reference things that happened with Zod back during this movie, or, they could even talk about, the Flash did this or whatever, but it doesn't necessarily mean his character needs to show up in Superman Legacy or in the Swamp Thing or whatever other, 7 other movies that James Gunn has already announced. I don't think that the character needs to show up, but rather whatever happens in this movie is what affects and allows those movies to, kind of somehow still be connected to the stuff that we have already established ourselves in. But it's like, I don't expect Wonder Woman to show up in any of these other. I feel like the Flash is basically saying, this is how we break it, but it's not a reboot. This allows this to be a soft reimagination of the same universe,
like
but it's actually
Thanos,
a different universe.
Like the after effects, like we're still seeing those, but we're not seeing Thanos.
But we don't see Thanos.
It's
exactly.
referenced. It's the effects are felt. They're seen.
But I guess I don't understand why even include this. Why does this need to break the cinematic
multiverse?
No, I understand that, but why does this event need to be a part of the universe moving forward? I guess is my question.
Because it's already shot.
Yes, correct. But that is my point.
Multiverse, so it allows you to do whatever you want afterwards.
It's already shot and it's already multiverse, like you said. Whatever, cool, whatever. But you don't necessarily need to include this in what's moving forward. Everybody knows that what's moving forward is all going to be brand new shit that has nothing to do with this. So if it has nothing to, why include this though? Why include it? It doesn't need to.
The illusion, like if they don't include the Flash, but if they don't include the Flash, then they're basically saying we're just rebooting the DCU.
Right. This is their bridge. Ezra is their bridge to the new DC. That's all you're saying, right, Johnny?
I get what you're saying, but the Flash or
Ezra
whatever
is the
happens
Flash,
in the Flash is the bridge to the new thing, and they can forget about Batfleck and all those other
Jared
characters,
Leto.
even though we know that Aquaman 2 is still somehow happening, and I don't understand how the Aquaman 2 thing is connected to all of this, but in my mind, I'm imagining the Aquaman 2 happens in one universe, and everything that's happening in the James Gunn world is happening in a whole nother universe. But that's only possible because we've never established multiverse. Like, we know multiverse because of the MCU, but in the DCU, they haven't done any multiversal things other than the Flash doing that back in time thing where he came back in time and said that thing to the Ben Affleck Batman.
I don't know. I guess that's I understand 100% what you are saying. I get it. I get what you're saying. It makes sense.
Don't think that's the case.
I'm just saying that for some reason they chose this to be the bridge instead of just saying fuck it. These are going to be the end of that. And then moving forward, we're just starting brand new. They didn't have to use this as the bridge. And the fact that they're using this as the bridge, to me, is a way to say, like, yo, this certain things from here can still live here. And they're trying to they're trying to keep that, which is...
No, I feel that. Yeah.
And I feel like the only one...
necessarily the certain things is him as an actor. I don't think that's needed.
I think, like... other than Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa, everyone else has a fucking is upset with the decisions made at DC and have a bad fucking taste in their mouth and don't even want to come back to DC. So why even have that bridge? The only people that the bridge would survive for is Ezra Miller. Maybe like the newer like Supergirl and shit like that. Like those could be it. Say. But I think Ezra Miller is part of that.
I was gonna say maybe some of the characters that are introduced in this movie might live on as well. Besides him,
right?
Not to say that they may not. I mean, maybe he does stick around. I don't know, but I don't think it's necessarily guaranteed because of what they've said so far about.
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna get past it. They're gonna rake in these numbers and they're gonna take what they can get, and then they're gonna let a few more years roll by. And let everything get swept under the rug, and then you know what? Oh, Ezra Miller makes an appearance as Flash in this
like
movie.
You said, it's James Gunn world, right? Who else would give him a second chance?
Who else would give him a second chance?
JG.
All right, moving on from the conversation, because a while back we knew that Beetlejuice getting made. Jenna Ortega, is rumored to be in this movie. As Lydia Dietz's daughter, and it finally got a release date, a theatrical release date. So Beetlejuice is expected in September of 2024.
And Michael Keaton's back too, right?
Michael Keaton is back, and I believe Tim Burton is directing.
Okay.
So we'll see how that turns out. I don't have high hopes for it, but I'm willing to watch it.
I gotta give the original another watch. I feel like it's been a very long time since I sat down and watched beginning to end that original Beetlejuice. Sure. I remember it being, as a kid, seeing it, sort of just bits and pieces that you would catch. Like, I really don't remember it, as if you had watched it as an adult. I just remember like a couple weird musical numbers in it that like used to freak me out as a kid. But yeah, I mean, hey, Michael Keaton's back. He was a kick-ass Beetlejuice. I don't give a fuck about Jenna Ortega. But what's-her-face is back, too, as Lydia.
Winona Ryder, yeah.
Winona's back for it. So Winona and Michael Keaton, bro, I'm here for it.
Yeah, according to my fancy call sheet app, Jenna Ortega, Winona Ryder, Michael Keaton, and Justin Theroux are all attached.
Justin Theroux.
Tim Burton directing, Danny Elfman back as original composer. And Brad Pitt is a producer.
Okay. I mean, he dabbles in all kinds of stuff like that. Like his name, if you look at his producer credits on IMDb, shit that you wouldn't even think of him being involved with, but he's all about that bread and putting out quality shit. So
yeah, he has his hand in a lot of things.
Father of the Bride.
He has his own production company. What's the name of his? He has his own that's like really, really, really good. They're fucking on point, and I can't remember their name. But on anything he puts out, bro, anything with his name on it is usually pretty legit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It was dope to see that that we're getting that next year. Fingers crossed. Maybe they already have the script done.
Well, they probably need a writer on set, so let's push it back to 2025.
Thanks.
All right. So another movie that's in the works that seems interesting is there is a movie about Saturday Night Live that has to do with the first night when Saturday Night Live aired and all of the madness that ensued up to the point where Chevy Chase, utters the famous words, live from New York, it's Saturday night. So, so it's set on October 11th, 1975. And that seems like a really interesting movie to watch, to see what it took to get that first day in the books. Yeah.
I wonder who's going to play like all those major characters, like
right.
Steve Martin, Chevy Chase.
Bill Murray. I don't know if Bill Murray was on when it started, but
that first season.
Yeah, I don't even know who was. Honestly, I really don't know who was on the first season.
Mm-hmm. Oh, those
Gilda Radner. I'm
some big
betting
names.
Gilda Radner was there.
Dan Aykroyd, I'm sure.
OG SNL cast.
It's gonna be directed by Jason Reitman.
Of course.
Yep. And it's going to be using interviews with the remaining living cast and crew to develop the movie. So he's going to be working closely with all of the people who obviously were there to come up with a script and come up with a.
I got a cast concept. Roster.
Nice.
Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, Chevy Chase, George Coe, who I'm not familiar with. Jane Curtin, who was Connie Conehead. Garrett Morris, who African-American actor from The Jeffersons, I recognize.
I remember,
but Lorraine Newman, who was the mean redheaded chick on Problem Child 2, like the stepmom, if you remember.
Yeah.
That's where I remember her from. Michael O'Donoghue, who I'm not familiar with, and Gilda Radner.
Okay.
That's a pretty fucking sick cast. I mean,
yeah.
It should be good.
No, I'm interested to see like who plays Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd and who plays these and what kind of chops they bring. So I thought this was an interesting movie to release. I'm with it. I like it
for sure.
Can't wait for that to come out. Yeah. One of the more interesting castings that has come up recently, we've been talking about Mortal Kombat 2 and everything that's moving forward with that. Karl Urban, who's who's famous right now for playing what was his name in The Boys?
Billy Butcher.
Billy Butcher, there we go. He's famous for playing Billy Butcher right now in The Boys. He's played a lot of roles. I know this dude's acting chops are crazy. They're all over the place. There are a lot of roles that you don't even remember him being in.
Dredd.
But it's an interesting choice.
Dredd.
Dredd, that's right. It was an interesting choice that he's pretty much hired to play Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 2. Because of Billy Butcher, I thought that he would be a dope-ass Kano.
Yeah.
But, I digress. And
totally has a Kano vibe.
Yeah. I mean, with the beard, he's Kano all day. Because that's how we're used to seeing him. But that shaved baby face with some sunglasses on, he could pull off the Cage. And this is something I've come to terms with.
Yeah, I know. Today is Dave's caping day. He's just gonna be. He's not.
Wait, what else? What else did I come to terms with today? What else
you were caping for Ezra Miller too.
Oh no, I don't call that caving. I just think that's gonna fuck. I called that last week when I said the Flash was gonna fuck more than Guardians 3.
Oh no! I know the Flash is gonna fuck, but I'm just saying you were caping and saying, you know what? I think it's What's a little grooming?
I never said what's a little grooming.
No,
I am very anti-grooming. Let's get that very clear. That was never proven, nor was he charged. There was no charges.
See?
What's a little grooming?
It wasn't proven.
What's
it wasn't
a little
proven.
Grooming? Yeah. Grooming is terrible. Terrible.
That's hilarious. But yeah, no. You were just caping a little bit today, so for sure I can't hate on you for it, but I know you like Karl Urban.
I do like Karl
I
Urban.
can't even talk about Karl
and
Urban.
I do feel the Kano vibes for sure, but I'm still not going to put it past a clean-shaven Karl Urban to be a kick-ass Johnny Cage. Although when I think Johnny Cage, if I heard the name Johnny Cage, I'm thinking the dude that played Johnny Cage in the first Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
That skinny, scrawny, kind of punk-ass, little Hollywood prissy-ass bitch kind of dude that can fight when it comes down to it. I don't know that actor's name, but props to him because in my mind, ever since I was a kid, that's Johnny Cage.
Right. No, yeah, that's exactly who I think of. You know who would have been a dope Johnny Cage?
Who?
The dude from Peace from Peacemaker.
Oh, Vigilante?
The Vigilante, yeah.
I can see that. Vigilante, dude, could do anything. That fucking dude is amazing. Lyndon Ashby. Yeah. Has he done
Johnny
anything
Cage.
since? Anything of note, Johnny? If you have his...
Of note
Of
is
note.
a better question.
Yes, of note.
Let's see. So, Mortal Kombat came out in 1995.
There's nothing of note since then, is there? Just say a project that I'm familiar with.
Dark Angel?
Yes,
Remember
with
that?
Jessica Alba.
Yeah, he was on that.
Okay.
CSI.
Not great. Okay, I know
Yeah.
CSI.
He was
Still not
Vampire
great.
number 4.
He was in CSI and also CSI Miami, playing two different characters.
Whoa, showing his range.
Let's see. Wild Things 2?
Wild Things 2? Wild Things 1 was...
Wild Things 1 was...
That was the titties and the champagne, right?
Yeah, that was the pool scene, you know.
Okay.
With,
Matt Dillon?
Yeah, Matt Dillon was the
Yeah.
guy. That's not who I was thinking of.
Matt Dillon's titties, that champagne poured all over him? Tight.
He was on the Teen Wolf series.
He was in Resident Evil Extinction.
No, that's not good.
He was in Iron Man 3.
What?
He was in Van Wilder freshman year.
No Van Wilder spin-offs. That's bad news.
Yeah,
bro.
he was in the Teen Wolf series, Mean Girls 2, Iron Man 3, NCIS, and the Teen Wolf the movie. Apparently, that Teen Wolf series is getting a movie.
Damn. Okay, Lyndon Ashby, do your thing.
Yeah, Lyndon Ashby. I mean, he's still a working actor.
I appreciate the hustle. You gotta pay them bills, right?
You gotta pay them bills. Hopefully, he has another job.
He's a mixed martial artist. He just punches dudes in the nuts.
He also did voice Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh,
so like he's still Johnny Cage in the video games.
In the video
it took them 20 years
actually.
to be like, hey,
Yeah,
you should probably
cool.
voice a Johnny Cage.
That's actually, I like when they kind of blend the movie stuff with old lore kind of things, you know.
Right.
I don't mind that.
No.
Let's see. What else do I have? So remember a while back it was all the rage that that DC is going to have a black Superman, and the person, you know, in talks with it was Michael B. Jordan, and all of that kind of fell to the wayside.
Yeah.
After the whole announcement with DC and everything. So apparently it came back up in question because, you know, James Gunn does a million fucking interviews and he's responding to everyone on Twitter and
Everyone's tweet, yeah.
Right. So so when asked about this, he pretty much came out and said that, you know what, it hasn't exactly been scrapped, but it's definitely it's like definitely
not gonna happen.
No. He's actually saying that he's still excited about it.
Okay.
And that Chantel Nong is an executive producer on that project. So it's definitely going to happen. There's just no time frame for it at the moment, but it's going to be more of an Elseworlds style movie like the Joker. So
Okay.
He said that it's still very much possible and it's still moving forward.
I mean, as a white man, you can't just cancel a black Superman. You have to pretend like it's on the back burner for a little bit. I'm just saying, it's not going to happen. I guarantee you, we never see that.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Now thinking about it, that's all I really have right now.
Okay.
For the updates. I don't want to be here till 1 a.m. Continuously talking about this, that, and the third.
Why
you want to go into a quick spoiler alert segment, talking about our thoughts and about Guardians
On
of
what?
the Galaxy Volume 3.
What's happened? What has come out? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
you
that
guys
little-
wanted to talk about that?
That little gem.
That little gem. We don't have to go into like all the details and dissect the fucking movie.
No,
but
let's
we can
dissect
at least
it.
talk
Let's really
freely
get in it.
about
Let's really do this.
how we enjoyed it, the things we enjoyed, the things we didn't enjoy, and at least share that. Down
Word.
for that?
Yeah.
All right.
Spoiler alert.
That's your warning. If you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, then you should probably drop off now because we're going to talk about it. I really, really, really fucking enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'm a big fan of the Guardians movies. I was surprised to see there are, I mean, there's haters of everything, but
Always.
I was surprised to see, I'm always surprised to see when people are like haters of a specific group of movies that I like hold near and dear to my heart, man, because the Guardians is one of those that just surprised the fuck out of me just because I remember, when it came out, I didn't know who the fuck they were. And now I fucking love these movies. So this movie I thought was dope from the beginning. The song choices, everything fucking tugging at the heartstrings when it came to Rocket's past, and they really did very well with balancing the comedy with the just very sad moments and some very serious moments and things just weaved in there. I thought it was great. I thought they did well. It was one of the best Marvel movies to come out in a long time. Bro.
They broke
It's
that
been a
streak,
while.
right? They were not hitting like they used to as these Marvel movies would drop. And this was the first one, the last one of James Gunn that really was like, hey, remember how dope these movies were? This is the last one. Enjoy it because I'm going over to DC. That's what I was thinking while I was watching. I was like, fuck, we lost this guy in this universe. These amazing characters, these amazing stories. And yeah, he'll be doing his DC thing, but he's breaking up with us. It felt like I was being broken up with as I was watching that movie. There was an inherent sadness as I watched it. Even at the happy times, I'm like, this is very sad to me.
His relationship with Marvel, I think, is great. So I think moving forward and, with the things that are obviously like with the post-credit scenes and the end credit scenes and everything like that, like bits and pieces of the teams are going to move forward, and Guardians is going to move forward as with different members coming in and out of it. And I think he's going to be a big part of keeping those characters and alive, and the essence that he brought to those characters. So I don't think we're fully going to lose James Gunn. I think he may not direct them, but I think he's going to be making sure that these characters that he loves and he created will move forward. That being said, I loved everything. The one thing that if I had to nitpick something that I didn't really like, and I'm not familiar with the character, but the whole Adam Warlock thing. Even though I liked, I understood like what they were doing with that, and I think he's gonna be real fucking badass down the road. Now that he's a part of the team and everything, but just like the fact that they made him to be like this
silly.
The big bad. They made it seem like he was going to be the big bad.
They made it seem like he was going to be the big bad. I knew he wasn't. I thought he was going to be, more menacing or something than he was. He ended up being like a child in a man's body. Yeah. That part I wasn't a huge fan of. But I still look forward to the time where he's going to, like mature and grow into a dope ass fucking hero. But I thought that was just like,
it's kind of a waste of a character.
And even though he set everything off.
Yeah. And he did save the day as well.
He did save the day as well, yes.
Yeah.
So without him, we would have been pretty fucked, pretty sad. But yeah, no, I get it. I was expecting more. Like I thought he was gonna be like the bane of of this. Like, I thought he was gonna be that dude, and he was so jacked. I mean, he got that jacked and in that shape for what 5 minutes of screen time, bro. Good job, bravo. Like, bro, you did your thing.
But
it was more screen time than that, but
yeah, okay.
15.
It was a 2 hour and 30-minute movie, and he was there for all of 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And my man
Committed to
changed his
character.
life. Hey,
Yeah.
bravo.
Well,
you're getting that bread. You're getting that Marvel money. They got your trainers hitting you up. Awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, who plays him? He's not a jack dude already?
Are you kidding me? The dude from We're the Millers? The little scrawny ass bitch that got his fucking
We're
dick
the
bit by the
Millers.
spider?
I don't even know that movie.
Stop it.
It's We're the Millers.
Jason Sudeikis, Jennifer Aniston, Emma Roberts.
I'm pretty sure I saw that.
You did. It's
pretty sure you
fucking
did.
hilarious. And he was such a fucking bitch ass. But that's why there was such a big deal about him being cast as Adam Warlock, because nobody could see it. He was a scrawny ass little kid in this movie. And then he was
I
fucking
was trying to
ripped
figure out
and
who
massive.
he was because there was a part of like he looked a lot like the guy that's in that Jedi Survivor from Shameless.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
no,
no, no,
I
no,
could
no.
see that too. But that's not,
could
no,
see that.
that's not him.
Yeah, okay. Because it was like he looked like him, but at times I was like, no, but that's not him.
Nah.
Like, who
Same
the fuck
vibes
is this
though.
guy?
Same, yeah, I
Very
get it.
similar vibes. Yeah,
I get it. I get what you're saying. I could see it.
Okay,
Yeah. I the only other thing I've seen him in was Dope Sick.
Dope Sick,
He was
yeah.
he
Yes,
was
I haven't seen that.
he played a salesman in that. But no, so I also thought that we were,
They
I
kind of
was
built him
preparing
up.
myself. What do you mean they kind of built him up?
Well, in the last movie,
He was the end credit scene,
he
right?
was
It
in the end credits, like he
him in
was
his chamber.
incubating, and
Sure.
if you were in the comic book lore, Adam Warlock is actually the person that defeats Thanos in the Infinity Gauntlet, or one of the major.
That's it. I'm taking your casual nerd hoodie away, bro.
I
How the
only
fuck
know
do you
this.
know that?
New rock stars. How else would I know this?
Okay.
But yeah, so Adam Warlock was so if you were a nerd, you got hyped when they teased Adam Warlock at the end of GOTG 2, whatever, you know what I mean.
yeah.
The second one.
Apparently it came out that he was supposed to be in part 2, and for some reason I guess his character didn't really vibe well in that movie, the story arc and stuff. So there was
a lot going on in that movie.
Yeah, that I think that was the major thing, is those already too many characters. So he was scrapped. James Gunn ended up scrapping that and pushing him into Volume 3. So he was always planned to be in Guardians. But yeah, I was preparing myself for someone to die, and although
I could have swore they told us that someone would.
I thought James Gunn told us. I thought it literally gave him like somebody is gonna fucking die in this next movie, bro.
Yeah, so I was preparing myself the entire time, and although there were a ton of close calls, and I thought that Quill's scene was the nail in the coffin there, like I thought, like, fuck, I didn't think it was Quill that was gonna fucking die. That's crazy,
right?
And then like you said, Adam Warlock saves the day. That was like a holy shit moment. And there were a few of those.
His face was all morphed and shit. I'm like, yo, my man is not doing good right now.
I didn't understand that part. I didn't understand that part because I'm just like, his face like literally blew up.
I think it's the lack of pressure in space.
Yeah, I understand that. Like,
I'm not a scientist or anything, but
his face like expanded and his bones broke.
Sure.
But then he just comes back to life, and they made it seem like his face
Once the oxygen got back flowing through him,
it came back normal, and all his bones just
it didn't. It didn't happen that
know.
way. It didn't happen that way. His face at first was still more.
It was a little
just
wonky.
kind of.
It was a little wonky, but in that post-credit scene, he looked fucking
he was
normal.
legit just crushing his cereal, doing his thing. Yeah.
No, but that's what I was trying to get to that. I just kind of put it right back to the same thing where they kind of just like laid a little bit of the groundwork when we saw fucking broken arms and shit being repaired by just putting this fucking thing on him. And it repairs the whole thing to save Rocket Raccoon. Why they couldn't put this this mat or whatever the fuck that shit was on him to just repair
the med pack?
The med pack. To just repair him. So I just figured I just chalked it up to they made sure that he was alive and his face was deformed as soon as he hit the air. And then it just cut to the future where to a little bit forward where they've already put those med packs on them and fixed them up. That was my thought, so I just kind of was just like
I didn't think too hard about it. I just let it ride, like, oh, dope. He's back, he's good.
But to hear Groot come out and say I love you guys, like that shit was
wild.
That was crazy.
Cool.
That was like the first time I paused during, and that was like towards the end too. Like that was near the end.
That was
that was the first part where I was just like, oh my God. Like I remember, like I said, I reached out. I said something to Ash like, holy shit, we understand Groot. Like it was one of those where like, I get it. Like I instantly was like, holy fuck. Cause what's her face before that?
They set
Gamora,
because
Gamora understood him, and I was like, "Oh shit, she's part of the crew now." And then we heard it, and I was like, "Oh fuck, dude, that was probably one of the
part of the
tightest
crew
parts."
too.
Yeah, that was dope. That was really
good.
Perfect.
All in all, though, even with the Adam Warlock stuff, my only hate towards that, but that wasn't enough to make me like not like the movie. The movie was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The
cute
fucking,
little rocket,
little rocket.
God,
like those scenes were heartbreaking with him and his friends.
Tough.
Like
Ash was crying every 5 seconds, bro. I would look over and just tears are streaming. I'm just like, oh my God. Hold it together, Dave. Hold it together. Don't be a bitch. Come on.
Yeah, those were tough.
Had to ask the AI chat bots again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We all three said the same thing. I need to find out like what's the legit answer here. So yes, James Gunn did say that someone will die in the Guardians of Galaxy 3 when a fan asked them if quote somebody will die in the movie, and he confirmed and said yes, somebody will.
It could be anybody
Someone
that dies
never
in the
said
movie.
that it was going to be a member of the Guardians.
That's a crock of shit.
Yeah, someone did die. The fucking
lots of people died.
Whatever those animals were, they fucking
Teefs.
They got fucked up.
They were so cute.
All he said is someone will die. And then the fans went wild with that.
What a crock of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was going to be Drax, because we know that Batista was done with that role. He was moving on. I thought, easy way to relieve him of that role.
Didn't every character besides Gamora almost die?
Oh yeah.
Like pretty much every character except Gamora was on the brink of death.
100%. Nebula, I don't think Nebula almost died at all.
I can't. I don't know. She got her ass whooped by Adam
she
Warlock.
Like redid her joints and fucking popped everything back into place.
Thing.
And she
did that like 3 times.
Yeah,
in
she
the movie.
did. She did.
So she almost died, but then just like put herself back together. We had freaking Rocket Raccoon literally like in heaven talking to his ethereal, former best friend.
Right.
So at first I was like, after everyone else had come back, I was like, well, I guess it's gonna be Rocket, but
that's they made it seem like it wasn't gonna. We've been fighting for Rocket this whole movie. How can they kill Rocket? Is what I was thinking. I was like, it can't be Rocket.
Yeah, Rocket's not dying.
No,
that was when that shit happened in the beginning, and that was the whole purpose of the movie. I'm like, yep, Rocket's not dying.
Right.
This is as close to dying as he's getting.
Right.
And they're not just. We're
Drax,
not going to get this
Drax
entire fucking movie.
Drax got fucked up.
And then he just dies on the table. Like that would be fucked. Yeah, Drax
That
got
would've
shot
been
in the fucking
actually
chest.
Bad.
That would have felt me. I would have felt more real about that. If they would have let Rocket die, I would have been like, "That's a real, story."
Goes.
They do all of this fighting to save this guy, and they still couldn't save him. That would have
James
been
Gunn
like
had balls,
a full breakup.
that's what he would have
If
done.
he had balls, yeah, but he got no balls.
Nah, he ain't got
Nah,
no
he
balls.
said from the beginning, like you think Quill is the star or whatever, the
Right.
leader of the Guardians, but it was always Rocket. It's
Right,
always
right,
been
right.
Rocket, and Rocket just needed, like, we needed to, like, the whole adventure was just Rocket finding himself and becoming who he's gonna. So we're gonna see more of Rocket, obviously.
I was gonna say they say that, but at the end of the flick, who did they say will return?
Peter Quill.
Peter Quill.
Star-Lord.
Yeah.
They didn't say Rocket Raccoon
Yeah,
will
no.
They
return.
didn't say-
They said
they didn't
Star-Lord
say-
will return.
They also
Right.
did not say that he was going to return as a Guardian of the Galaxy, because we know that we're getting the Guardians of the Galaxy again, but it's going to be a whole new team, and Rocket's going to be the leader of that. But
Bro,
Quill's
if I
gonna
have
be
to watch,
showing up in other things.
Sean Gunn be in a Guardians of the Galaxy movie,
Yeah, I
I
can't
will
watch that
lose my
movie.
fucking shit.
The
That's
5
not,
people that they put up there, I don't know.
No,
Nobody wants to see that
I want
movie.
no part of that Guardians of the. If
I'll
that's
see
what's
them
coming, bro.
cameo in like
Absolutely.
Secret Wars or something.
Sure.
But
I didn't think that team specifically was going to be. I have a feeling that Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be different matchups. It's going to be different people. Definitely, like Adam Warlock, we'll see him more seasoned. Obviously, Rocket Raccoon. We're going to have Groot. And then, like, everybody else, I think, are going to be interchangeable. It's not going to be that same ragtag group.
they're all like major, again, in the comics, according to New Rockstars. They're all pretty
Right.
big characters.
Sure.
Even that little girl, Phyla, apparently is who she plays, is again kind of leading. You've mentioned a bunch of times, Wak, how they're just kind of rebuilding towards the Young Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that.
So that's where we may end up seeing them all. We'll see, this younger Guardians crew plus.
Yeah, we're not. Also,
all
you have
the
to
other
keep
people.
in mind we're not going to see. We're not going to get another Guardians movie. So these are characters like when Rocket
Right.
shows up. Yeah, it's going to be in these
because I
random
don't want to
ass.
see a fucking another Guardians movie with anything like that.
No. I don't. It's not happening. So it's okay to have these other people in there. Like it's not. You're not gonna give a shit. You're just the next time you see him, you're gonna be happy to see Rocket Raccoon and Groot in this other movie. What I'm excited to see though is when we see Groot. Is he still gonna say I am Groot? Like I want to understand that motherfucker.
No, we got to understand him now.
So. Nah, I
Yeah,
don't
we
think
got
so.
to understand.
We are Groot.
I am Groot. Nah, they're not gonna just give this dude lines now.
Well, Vin Diesel's got to earn that bread, bro. You've been saying I am Groot for way fucking too long, bro.
Yeah, that's facts. All right, I don't know. We probably went too long on just talking about nothing, but just getting our thoughts out
That's
on
the
this movie.
podcast,
the
but-
show.
baby.
Yeah, that's what
That's
we do.
Hollywood,
That's what
baby.
we do. Is there anything you guys want to add to it? What's your rating on it? What's the scale? What are we doing it?
I'm gonna give it. I'll give it a solid. We'll do a Rotten Tomatoes. I'm gonna give it a solid 80%. I thought it was really good. Very fresh. Not close to rotten.
Okay.
But it's not in the 90-100% either. It's not one of the best fucking movies I've ever seen. It was really good. It's what we needed. It's what the MCU needed. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was gonna go higher, a little bit higher than that. But I was gonna probably, but definitely not 90s. But like,
85?
I was thinking like 86. Yeah, I was gonna go with an 86.
Okay.
86, 87-ish. I
Very
thought it was really
specific
good.
Number.
Huh? Well, you know.
Very specific number.
Right.
No, I fuck with that.
87.4.
87.4. We can't be rookies out here. Can't be amateurs.
No rookie scores.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm you know, again, not to agree with you guys, but I enjoyed the movie. I didn't really find anything, but then, you know, nobody gives a fuck about my, you know, takes on movies either, because they all think I should like pee in my mouth because of the way I think of these fucking Marvel flicks. I thought they balanced it well.
That's why I made that shit a clip, because I was like, oh, people are really going to hate this.
Yeah. I thought they balanced it well. I thought they didn't throw in too many jokes.
Yeah.
There was some parts that I was like, this is stupid and silly, but overall, yeah, I guess just to be different, I would throw it a 79.
You didn't want to give it. You were going to give it an 80. If I didn't give it an 80, you were going to give it an 80, weren't you?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right.
Okay, so Johnny says 80. I say 80. It's fine.
79.
I find it interesting that he was like, no, I can't go higher than an 80 though. I'm gonna go lower.
Yes.
That says something.
That does say something.
That says something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see what he gives The Flash when it comes out.
Yeah.
99.
Oh.
Already, that's the pre-score.
I already know
Ezra
I'm gonna
didn't do
talk so
shit.
much shit because I'm not really hyped to see Michael Keaton. There's a part of me that's hyped to see Michael Keaton.
I know.
And there's
another part that's like,
it's the part that's sad.
This
It's like
guy's
seeing
too
your
old.
your dad get old. Like you don't
I
want to
wish
see
they would
him
have done
like
it
that.
10 years ago. They waited
Danny-
till 2022.
Danny and I have been talking about that since we saw the costume that he had in Batgirl, because he was gonna be in that.
Right.
Oh,
And I know it was a whole different fucking movie, and Batgirl looked trash to begin
that's not
with.
Fair. That's not a fair comparison.
But just seeing my guy, like seeing the
same
costume, and the way that this shit just looked horrible. I don't know. He just looked, and then when that first trailer came out, and you get the close up of him saying he's bad, we're like, oh, he looks so fucking old in that costume, dude. His face is so fucking wrinkled.
He's very old.
Where I don't know. Where I'm right there with you on that.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, guys. Since we have nothing else to add, thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. If you made it this far, you really fuck with us, and we appreciate you. Remember to rate and review us wherever you're listening to the podcast, if it allows you to do so. If you are on Apple Podcasts, give us that 5-star rating. Let us know how much you love the show. Let us know how much you hate the show. Go on our socials and comment away. We don't give a fuck. It might get you onto a t-shirt or some sort of merch in the future. If you are on YouTube, please ring that bell. Subscribe to the podcast if you have not already. And speaking about merch, if you really want to support us, go to insensitivemerch.com and cop you some dope gear. Stay drippy with Drippy. Other than that, we'll see you next week, fellas. Peace.